a shout out to the DJ. I was thinking of, since we showed up a little bit more earlier than him, I kind of want to make up a little joke. I was gonna set my show, and then I got high. Hey, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, my name is Tuguchi. That's my artist name, and I kind of want to stick with it being my comedian name as well. But a lot of people, what they don't know is my nickname was Fat Chick on my homies. So the origin behind it is one, I actually do like bigger women.
Yeah.
They are like riding scooters.
BBW.
Some people are ashamed to show it out in public, but I'm not. Hey, more cushion for the pushing, So when I used to have a lot of insecurity issues, and then when my cousins would come over with my homies, one day they came over to our room, and when I went to go get some food, all of them locked me out of my room. They had two different ways of entrance, and when I came back, I was really impatient most of my life. I'm working on it, and when I noticed they locked me out, I started telling them, I was like, hey, what's going on? At first, it was funny, but then I started tripping because I'm holding my food, I'm trying to go in, right? So right when I was starting to get pissed off, I had put my food on the ground. It was kind of like irritating, so I started banging on the door. I was like, hey, what the fuck's going on? In the beginning, they were laughing. Haha, it's funny. But once I got close, they all quieted down since they noticed that I was banging on the door pretty hard. All I heard my cousin say was through the door was, no fat chicks allowed. So ever since then, since I'm weird like that, I started just rolling with it. People think it's a funny name, but it's like, hey, it's fat chick, you know what I'm saying? And I take pride in that joke, just like my heritage. Mexicans all live. And the reason why I bring that up is when I bought my first Xbox ever, I wanted everything. Like I used to tag fat chick and all this stuff, so I wanted my gamer tag to be fat chick. And the powers that may be, when I put fat chick in, it sent it back saying, you are now boyish fat chick. So I wasn't too happy about it. I tried to make some phone calls, but they were like, just wait a couple of weeks. I got impatient again, so I just kept it. Me and my best friend over here, we were actually video gaming for years, and I ended up getting to know this one gamer that was a guy, and he was good. I was good. We were playing for a while, like a couple months, almost a year, and the funny part was that eventually he messaged me after all those times. And then finally was like, hey, let's get together. Are you a woman? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? Like, no, because your gamer tag boy is fat chick. So I was like, no, I'm a man. No, you're not. This is all through messages. No, you're not. So then right when I start going through it, I'm like, all right, you know what? If you want, let's do a video chat over the game, the headphones. He's like, all right then, so-and-so at time. So we gamed it up a little bit more. After that, I decided, hey, you want that phone call? Calls me up. I didn't say nothing the whole time. I was like, hey, baby, it's finally nice to meet you. And I was like, hey, this is fat chick. So then, right then and there, hung up, deleted me on the gamers, so I couldn't game with them no more. And then ever since then, I've had huge relationship issues. So, because I was confused with the woman, and that was my first trust issue. So since I've been, confused by women, I want to shout out to the LGBTQ community, and kind of what he was saying about AA. I just want to give them that they're creeping up on them. AA has been around for more than 80 years, and have only had like a good amount, of support, and been having some people to help them out with being recovered. But in 3 minutes, the LGBT community made a commercial with Bud Light. They made millions of people quit within those 3 minutes. And I've never seen someone do such of a good job, so I'm gonna start advertising that and seeing like if that does a little bit more help, to really push that to sobriety. Because one thing that's serious, I've been battling sobriety for, actually, I'm 32, I've been battling for 15 years, so I'm finally sober. So it's actually kind of a good thing. And to bring it up, it was so hard because you don't want to face reality. And when you do, you're fucking butthurt all the time. You're mad, you're sad. And you know, when there's this random dude asking you, hey, tell me your real problems. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? I start getting paranoid, like looking around like, this feels weird. Do I really need help? Or do I just want to continue to be sober? And that's the thing, because now I kind of let it bleed into work, because everyone's either pissed off on Mondays because they have to work, or really happy on Fridays because they're leaving work. So when I started going around, and I have to be professional, so every day's my Monday and every day's my Friday. That's how I keep it balanced, you know. So I'm mad and pissed off at the same time, because I don't really like people, even though I'm up here for you guys. So every time I approach one of the people, a leader, all these supervisors, hey, can I fucking help you? Just try to change that up and let them know, like, you know, I'm here to support. But it's been tough because I know a lot of people like, do you guys like dad jokes? I know they're pretty cringy. I'm getting a little better at delivering them. But you're actually looking at one of the biggest dad jokes that you know you can actually lay your eyes on. So I don't know what's funnier, the fact that I was able to lose my family by choice to drinking, or that I was finally able to be sober and I still don't get to be around my son. And the only reason why I say that is because kind of by choice. This isn't real Ralph Lauren. This is Polo Association. I'm embarrassed to try to take my son out like, you know, to be like, hey, you got a cool dad, but you know, I want to stay on the side. Like, no. Like, let me get up first and give you my money up, and then I got a cool little dad. So bringing to my point, being a father, one of the hardest things that I could have ever tried to do, and you know, I give props to those pops out there, but through this whole sobriety thing, I started to notice that I had to keep my cool, because I'm barely getting over my kid's mom's trauma of, you know, everyone knows that, not dealing with it well. So now when I'm in his life a little bit more, I get the PTSD, and I don't know what to do. So I'm trying to be as nice as possible. This is my son. I don't want to freak out because I used to be a little too crazy. And starting off, like, he just sits there, Dad, play with me. And I'm over here like, all right, let's go play. Sit down, because I get involved with my son now, and I make sure that he knows that I'm always there. But when I sit down next to him and I let him know, like, hey, let's play. Me and my brother used to always do imagination things, and right then and there, he's like, no, Dad, just watch. And I'm like, okay, chilling there, just waiting. Eventually, he gets to the point where he gets pissed off at me. Like, Dad, I said play. All right, like, then it starts PTS, like the bomb's going off, and I'm like, this is your mom. I'm like, do I approach this the right way? Or so now he's come play. I get down again, start playing with him. I grab one toy, and he's like, all right, do this. I'm like, perfect. I try to throw an idea out there, because sometimes he likes my idea, sometimes he doesn't. Again, no, Dad, let me do it. Right there, I was like, dude, what do you want? Like, this seriously isn't working out. Like, do you understand that you can't be playing mind tricks like this? I didn't want to go into debt with his mom or anything like that, but he started getting sad. And again, I had to push it off to the side. Eventually, I started talking to him like, hey, I'm sorry. What is it? You're bad, Dad. No, I'm not. Why would you say that? Because you're talking like this. And ever since then, he's been one of like my motivations to just always be like making me laugh. Because he was serious. I wanted to whoop him out because I had some insecurity problems my whole life. But I had to push through that. But I feel like that's enough of my time. And thank you guys.
Yeah.
Have a good night.